Good morning, good morning, good morning, South Florida. Hello, world. This is Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach, chairman, CEO, president of the Henderson Financial Group located in Miami Lakes, Florida. Joining me here live is my two colleagues, my one and only sister-in-law, Linda V. Harris, who's also the vice president of Henderson Financial Group. We glad anytime she can find the time to drop in with us. She's so busy, and she's going to start the new year off right. And I think it's her second appearance. And my brother from another mother, we got the one and only James T, all the way from Hot 105, the legend, the man,
Hey,
the myth,
please.
James
It,
T. What's
it's
happening,
just
my brother?
beautiful. It's beautiful to see Miss Harris and tell her to get a microphone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, I tell you, that's why, hey, Jane, that's why you know about this communication.
Oh.
She just slid right in here. I thought we just going to hear her voice. I thought she had on the invisible mic.
I was so excited and so happy to be here. I completely forgot protocol.
We're so happy to have you.
That's my role. That's my role. My role is to be observant. When Linda's not here, I'm hearing what the people are saying. When she is here,
And the people like,
Thank
where's
you.
Linda? Where's Linda? I say, Linda's out on assignment again.
Well, you know, my life has changed a lot, Rob. So
Everybody's life has changed a lot.
but mine has
Everybody's
changed a
life
lot.
has changed. Linda, everybody's
Well,
life.
I'm not talking about everybody. Can't I just talk about me without it being
Okay, your life has changed. James,
mutually
James,
exclusive?
James, has your life changed? Because mine sure has.
Rob, my study for the past few days has been seasons come, but seasons go. Everything in life is just in your life, Linda, for a season.
How come when I say my life has changed, you got to compare it and bring in others? Don't I get a chance to say something about me? It's not mutually exclusive to you. Can't I just say, James, my
Say
life
it.
has changed?
Yeah, your life
But
has
there
changed.
should not be a responsive. So is everybody.
I don't want you to feel
I'm talking
alone.
about me.
I just don't want you to feel alone.
You know, that's.
I'm
you
trying
gotta
to
work on that.
It's a comfort thing. I don't want you to
You
feel
know what?
alone. I don't want you to feel alone. So, the worst thing
Some
is
people
to feel
would call
alone.
that passive aggressive.
No, I don't know what that means.
What it means
That's
to
way
her.
above my head. That's way above my head, But I don't want you to feel alone. Sometimes you feel like, I'm broke. But a lot of people broke. It's a comforting thing,
You cannot be a therapist
What?
because you don't listen. You don't let people express.
Oh man, see,
you
I don't
cannot
listen.
be a therapist.
What you think this job is?
Somebody said, Mr. Henderson, I'm feeling a panic and anxiety. Everybody's feeling panic and anxiety. You will not be a therapist.
That's not what I would say. That's not what I would say.
So what? Get over it. Everybody's feeling
I would say let's talk about it.
Well,
Let's talk
but
about
that's not going to be our topic today, is it, Linda?
Oh, I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah.
not going to be our
No,
topic.
sir.
today.
It's not. It's
Oh,
not.
okay. All
No,
right. Well, let's
no.
stay on topic today because
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Well,
That- you know, you good at your job. You keeping me with the mic and keeping us on topic.
She come
Well,
here and
thank
just
you.
get in my case all the time, sister-in-law. Isn't that something? But I can
it's
handle it.
Linda,
I'm
you know,
I
Linda,
said
you know, he
last night. I can handle it. I'm ready for it. That's
could
Miss
have
Linda.
told you that's your choice because that's what we were talking about this year. You're choosing to be that way. Don't choose to that's what your brother-in-law was trying to help you to do. Don't choose to be that way because you can choose to be better. Now, Mr. Henderson, what are we going to talk about today?
That's what I'm talking about. So you missed class. That's all. You missed class. You was absent. You missed class. James told you. That's what we talked about. We started the year off about making better choices and controlling your choices. And you are the thinker that think the thoughts. That way, we started out the new year with that. You just like And you can hear the people say the hell with that.
Exactly.
Good morning, Mr. Damian Nelson. How you doing, P? Parnell Victor, Mr. and Mrs. Redhead. Good morning. Happy New Year. Okay, so today, I want to talk about a case study. Today, let's do a case study. From time to time, we do case study. Like, this is real life cases. And I want to share with the audience,
Okay.
how we solve this case. And because a lot of times the case that we talk about, it pertains to other people's lives too. And they could be going through it. And when you do a case study, it gives you a visual,
It really does.
and understanding.
Brings it home because others are going through it.
Yeah. Okay. So
Linda did not say that.
That's
So
Lil Jug.
now you just gave Robert the permission to tell you others are going through it.
See there, James? Elementary. And she said I can't be a therapist. Okay, so this case study. Here's a guy, 70 years old, called the office. This guy is 70 years old. Now he's a client. He has a fine piece of property, and it's valued at, well, he said he looks on Zillow and his property comes up at about $1 million even. And he says his house is the nicest house on the block, but all of his neighbors don't look like him. He's the only person of color on his block.
Is he single?
No.
Okay.
Well, he's engaged.
Okay. Carry on.
See, she's getting ready to get off topic, James. Ears are always flapping. Always flapping. Toot, toot, toot. Ching, 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 ching. Let's get back on topic.
Yes,
okay.
sir. Yes,
okay,
sir.
I want you all to visualize this. A 70-year-old client. He says he looks on Zillow. His property value is $1 million. He has absolutely no mortgage on his property. Zero, paid it off.
Okay.
Happy.
Okay.
And he says, you know, Rob, I said, your property probably value more than $1 million. But he said, you know, he thinks so too, because his neighbors that don't look like him, his house looked better, way better than their house, in better shape. And he says their property shows higher.
Ooh.
His property shows $1 million even. Their property shows 1.15, like $150,000
Same
more.
size.
Yep. His more manicured, nicely, nice pool, everything.
Wow.
So he says,
Interesting.
but I told him, don't fret. You know, that happens, believe it or not, throughout the country in America.
Yeah.
In terms of when you are a person of color
Yeah.
and your neighbor and you have the exact same house,
Yeah.
don't be surprised if the appraisal come out, you know, higher for your neighbor than you.
Appreciate it because of the occupants. Appreciate it
Yeah.
because of the color of the skin of the occupant.
Yeah, but that's not what we're gonna be talking about today. But that's the real topic, because I know.
It really is appraisal basis, and
Yeah.
I got you.
I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how it is. It happened to me, as a matter of fact, because I got my house appraised,
Mhm.
and my house appraised, and it's the nicest house on the block,
Mhm.
and I'm the only one that looked like me on that block,
Mhm.
and mine came out like $200,000 less than theirs, and then so I got an appraisal. So then what I did was I said, let me test the system out.
Mhm.
So I had my neighbor come in and sit in and get a second appraisal. Had my neighbor come in and sit in, and I took all of the black pictures of the family off the walls, off the council, and everything.
Ooh.
And I had no pictures. As a matter of fact, I had the neighbor put some pictures up.
You gonna stop?
Yeah. So the appraiser came. So I had the second appraiser for another appraiser came in.
Please
And
don't tell me.
The appraiser went up $200,000 more.
You gotta stop.
Yeah,
I should be on 60 Minutes.
Well, it was on 60 Minutes, not my
I
story.
remember that on 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
But you need to call them because
Call who? America? Call America?
Hello, America. Hello.
Hello, America.
my house appraised for 200,000
Yeah,
less.
okay, now what? That's what I'm gonna say.
That is awful.
No, but like me and James said, we got to keep moving on, man. You know.
All right.
Right.
But that's not the story. That's not
Okay,
the
okay.
case.
We off topic again.
Yeah, you
All
off
right.
topic. You getting me off topic.
Okay, I'm
let's
sorry.
go back. For those who are just tuning in, we got a case study today. It is
Okay.
a case study, and the reason why I like
That
case
is
studies
something.
because just get over it, Linda. Come on.
Okay.
You all that melanin in your skin. You got to be over that, man. You got to be like,
Yeah.
you got to be made of steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay it no mind. You got to be as good as you can be. That's always. Okay, so anyway, so today we're doing case studies. Got a 70-year-old client. He called me up and he says, Rob, my house is paid off. And he says that he his goal is he has a vacant lot. It's an acre vacant lot.
Okay.
And he wants to build
Mhm.
either duplex or triplex on it, James.
Okay.
Wow.
Is it
he's-
adjacent to this property or
no,
another location? Another
it's,
location.
It's different location,
Okay.
but it's in a hot area.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's in a hot area, and it's in Florida. It's in a hot area.
Okay. Okay.
So, as a matter of fact, James, we all know this. It's been Fort Pierce up in that area.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
So, in Florida. So anyway, so this guy, his house is. So he says Zillow said $1 million. So I said, don't worry about it. We'll get somebody who we know, go out and praise it.
Mhm.
to get the pay. So I said, what's your goal? He says he has this vacant land
Mhm.
that he been had a long time ago.
Okay.
I said, how much you
Good
pay
for
for the
him
land?
for holding on.
He said it was in the family for a long time, over
Wow.
30 years.
Okay.
So he said now what he wants to do, he wants to get some income off of it.
Good for him.
So he says he wants to build a duplex or a triplex.
Mhm.
I said, do you have the plans? He said, yes. He had
Hmm.
plans, he got architect, he got everything.
Wow.
Now he just wanted to see how he can get the financing.
Okay.
So I said, okay, you're 70 years old, right? Yes. Now he's unmarried, but he has a fiance.
Okay.
So I said, you in a good shape. He said he says he wanted to call me because he's talking to a mortgage broker.
Okay.
And the mortgage broker is telling him that he can just do traditional finance where he can actually pull equity out of his home.
Okay.
And I said, okay, since you are retired and we help him get monthly income. His income is good where he can, take care of himself.
Okay.
He can travel and everything.
Okay.
He's a client of ours.
Mhm.
But now he wants to do better. Remember, good, better, best. Never let him rest until your good become your
we
better,
remember.
and your better become your best.
Yes. Little Junebug, we remember.
Okay. So somehow you seem to be taking a dig at me. Okay. So he says, I said, okay. So I said, who you talking to, a lady? He says, yeah, it's this lady. She's saying that he's getting all the documents that she's ordering and requesting from him,
Mhm.
and she wants to do a traditional mortgage. I said, if you do a traditional mortgage right now, rates are still high. They think rates are gonna start coming down probably in the second quarter, probably maybe, June, July or something like that. Hopefully.
Mhm.
Depends on the data when it comes in with the inflation report.
Okay.
So I said, you don't really have to get a traditional mortgage. I said, you have two other options.
Love options.
I said, you have two. Now, when you have options, that's good. Now, here we got a guy that's got a clean slate. His property
How's
is
his
valued.
credit score?
I asked him, what's his credit score? He says credit score is 820.
Ooh, you sure he's not single?
And he's not single.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not single. So
Well, he is, but he's unavailable.
He has a fiance. Matter of fact, the fiance is a client of ours too. So I'm not
Continue,
gonna come between that.
continue, Robert. Continue, Robert. Please, please continue.
She likes to take us off. Okay. So now y'all got this picture. It's $1 million property. He's working with a mortgage broker. They want to do a traditional old-fashioned mortgage. And I said, man, you have better options. He said,
Mhm.
yeah. I said, yes. He said, that's why I'm calling you, Henderson. I said, good. You've been blessed. I said, you have two options. You can have your cake and eat it too. I said, let's walk through a traditional mortgage. Traditional mortgage,
Okay.
right now, you could get, in the 6.5 or something like that, 6%. Maybe, his gate score could be in the low sixes right now.
Mhm.
They haven't come down quite as much as you want them to come down.
Mhm.
But then if he pull, let's say, $400,000-500,000 out of his primary residence, now he got a mortgage payment.
Absolutely.
And it's the first mortgage payment. Yeah, he can take that money and then he can go and he can build the rental property, duplex or triplex,
Mhm.
he can build it with cash and then, rent each side out for $2,500, and get $5,000 cash flow. But that looks good. He created two assets now.
And the 5,000 will pay that home equity loan,
Right.
that first mortgage, rather. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But that's good.
Okay.
But I want to go, remember, we go with good, we always go to better, and then we go to best. So
Okay. Okay.
he says, what's wrong with that, Robert? I said, well, let's examine another strategy. Since you're 70 years old,
Mhm.
you could do a HELOC. Now, HELOC is totally different from a traditional mortgage. A traditional mortgage that like 99% of all mortgage banks companies is a traditional mortgage because when you make your monthly payment, you're paying more toward your interest than you're paying towards your principal.
Absolutely.
So let's just say you had a $2,500 a month payment,
Okay.
which is $30,000 a year.
Okay.
Out of that $2,500, probably about $500 will go toward the paying off that principal mortgage.
Gotcha.
The other $2,000 is just like interest.
Gotcha.
So you pay a lot of interest on traditional
Yeah.
mortgages. That's why when you buy a house, when the truth in lending document, whatever you pay for the house,
Mhm.
if you finance it over 30 years, you're gonna basically wind up paying 2.5 or 3 times whatever the cost of the house. So if the house costs you $500,000, over 30 years, you'll probably pay close to $1.2, $1.5 million.
Gotcha.
to finance a $500,000 house over 30 years. That's
Over 30
they got it all figured out.
One payment per year for 30 years. That's you will end up paying
Exactly.
almost double. Well, actually
Right.
double. Mhm.
One
And-
payment
and-
per month. Per
Per
month.
month.
Right.
Thank you. Mhm.
So I said, so that's the second. That's the traditional mortgage.
Okay.
So the HELOC is just the opposite. The HELOC says on that same $2,500
Mhm.
payment example, maybe $2,000 going toward your principal,
Wow.
and the $500 is going toward the interest. So now
Wow.
you cutting that big
Yes,
debt
yes,
down
yes.
much faster.
Yes.
If you get a HELOC and get a 30-year loan, you're probably going to pay that HELOC off maybe 12 years, just making the regular payments
Gotcha.
without making no extra payments,
Gotcha.
because the HELOC applies your payments more toward your principal,
Gotcha.
not just interest. Interest
Okay,
is just
Rob.
free money.
That's amazing.
What
Yeah.
is a HELOC and how does one get one?
Okay. First of all, the Henderson Financial Group, we do HELOC loans.
What
All
is
right.
HELOC?
It's a home equity loan.
Line of credit. Mhm.
A home equity line of credit. That's what we just
Very
call
good.
it, HELOC. E is
Yeah.
HELOC.
Okay.
H is for home, E is for equity, line is L, O is of credit. Okay. Now, 95% of all institutions, financial institutions and banks, they like to give second positions HELOC. In other words, let's say you have a first mortgage. Let's say you have a house worth $500,000. And let's say you owe, $200,000, $300,000, and you need to get the line of credit. You want to get $100,000 credit, you can get a HELOC. Okay.
Okay.
So it's the second position. You have two mortgages, one for your primary, and then you go back and pull equity out.
Okay.
That's why they said home equity line of credit. It's
Gotcha.
always, then you have two mortgages. I don't like that.
Mm.
I like one. I don't like
Okay.
paying too many different people.
Okay.
And most people never heard it. They don't even know where to get one position HELOC. 95% of Americans don't know where to search.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
why the Henderson Finance Group, we're very powerful. We're gonna tell you stuff that you don't know.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's called relationships, knowing who to go to. Okay.
Okay.
Not a second position HELOC, but a first. That HELOC, if you have a mortgage, you can also get one mortgage to take out that first mortgage,
That was my
absorb
next
that.
question.
Yeah,
Okay.
absorb that and then
You
stop
can
paying.
refinance a traditional mortgage with a HELOC.
Yes, you can.
Wow.
But most people
Damn.
don't know.
Or most people need 850 credit score and
Well,
they don't have
in order to
it.
qualify this good stuff, because remember, traditional
Yeah,
is good,
yeah.
but not this better stuff. In order to qualify, you need at least 700 scores. So it eliminates and discriminates against a whole lot of people, black, white, whatever. If you ain't got 700 scores, you're not
These
getting the
credit
best.
snobs are really wedging between the have and have nots.
Well, that's the way the Bible says it's going.
The poor will always be among us.
I don't
The
like
poor will
that.
always be among us.
I don't like that phrase.
Why?
Well-
You don't like
Well,
what phrase?
You don't have to be one of the poor. What you need to do is listen, learn, and act on that you learn. And all of
Okay.
a sudden,
I got a
you'll
good
be out
question
of
here.
All right.
Okay, Damian Nelson said, "Is the interest rate the same for HELOC as traditional mortgage?" That's a very good question. Now, think about that. It's got to be a catch,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. It is a catch. To answer your question, the HELOC interest rate
Mm-hmm.
is higher than a traditional mortgage.
Gotcha.
And that's the smoke screen. That's to deter you. Because most times when you say, oh, I can get a traditional right now for 6%,
Right.
the HELOC is going to be 7%. Oh,
Okay.
forget the HELOC.
Gotcha.
But remember now, I want you to dig between the weeds. See, the devil's in the details. Remember, if you got a 6% traditional mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what your payment, let's say $2,500.
Mm-hmm.
You're still paying $2,000 in interest and $500 toward the principal.
Absolutely.
Now you got a 7% HELOC,
Mm-hmm.
but you're paying that $2,500 mortgage. You paying $2,000 toward the principal
Mhm.
and $500. Let me tell y'all how they Jedi mind and fooled all of us
Mm-hmm.
about this mortgage interest rate stuff. It's like 3-card Molly. It is Jedi mind trick. It is like, oh my God. Listen to me very good. And I want all of y'all to do this. If you think you got a 2 or 3% interest rate, you think you're doing so well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You think your chest is out.
Oh,
You like,
popping
hey,
my collar.
that's right.
I got a 3.
That's
Okay,
right.
all right.
That's an illusion.
What?
Yes, that's an illusion. How you really figure out how much interest that you're paying. I want you to go look at your mortgage payment.
I'm gonna look at the amortization schedule.
Every mortgage payment has 4 components.
Uh-huh.
It's a principal
Absolutely.
payment and it's an interest payment.
Mhm.
It's a taxes
Mhm.
and it's an insurance.
Mhm.
That's if you escrow.
Mhm.
That's if you pay one payment.
Absolutely.
So that $2,500 mortgage payment, that's not just all going to the bank. If it's escrow, some going for the taxes.
Mhm.
Another part is going toward the homeowner's insurance. That's why sometimes your mortgage payment goes up, not because of the principal and interest.
Right.
If you got a fixed rate, it's because the property taxes in your area went up. So now your mortgage payment's got to be prorated and it's going to go up.
Absolutely.
Okay. And it's the same thing about homeowners insurance. When it goes up, it affects your whole payment. Okay.
Absolutely.
So how they get us is, and they've been doing this a long time, man. I want you to look at your principal payment and your interest payment.
Mhm.
Look at the difference.
Okay.
I'm betting you, I don't care if you got a 2%, I don't care if you got a 3% loan.
That's-
You're paying way more than 2% or 3% or 4% or 5%. You're paying more than 20%. You're paying more than 25% on your loan right now in terms of interest. When you do the balance in terms of what part, how much is paying interest and how much you're paying principal, you're paying way more than 20% on interest on your loan.
It's a heck of a statement, Robert.
I could back it up.
That's a heck of a
It
statement.
ain't brag,
You
it's just
telling
fact.
somebody with a 3% loan,
That's
if they go look at the portion that's going toward interest
Interest?
and principal,
right.
the majority of it, especially the first 10, 15
That's
years,
right.
will be going toward interest.
And people paying 30, 40% a year in terms of, because you're paying more interest
Right.
than principal on that loan per year. That's the
Ah,
real
that-
interest. That's the real. You want the real one or you want the fake one?
No,
You
we
want the
want
real
the real,
Gucci
but
or
you
you want the
throwing out stuff like you paying more than 10, more than 15, more than
Yeah.
20. You that's a heck of a statement, young man.
Yeah, you know,
Heck
I
of a
mean,
statement, Jane. So you know a lot of us gonna put them to the test.
No,
want-
good. That's a good thing.
good,
Damn
it's
it.
You
education.
don't trust
Yeah,
but verify.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
But okay. So
Go
we
ahead. Go ahead,
deviated
Rob.
because Damon wanted me to
No,
explain.
that's
he
okay.
he wanted me to, is the HELOC in the traditional different? No, it's always a smoke screen. Listen, I have learned in life, always take the road less traveled.
Mm.
Because you know there's people out there, financial experts, mortgage brokers, the hand is slicker than the eyes, and they'll tell you this, bada bing, and you thinking, like you said, that you done good. You waited, you got a 2%, 3%, then you come and burst people bubble saying you ain't got nothing. I know that's colloquial language, but
I ain't say that.
I know.
Putting words in my mouth.
But I mean, pretty much if I'm paying 15, 20, only because it's flipped. Most of my payment is going to interest, which is going to take me longer time to pay off this loan as opposed to a HELOC. Even though it's a little higher interest, you saving so much money because the majority goes to principal. You just messed up a lot of people.
I hope I straighten them out instead of messing them up. They may be already messed up. I'm just trying to straighten them out.
All right.
Okay, because and I want
Young
everybody.
lady, nail spa. She said exactly. You saying exactly to me that Robert made a heck of a statement,
No.
or exactly to him?
Exactly to what he said. Right, Linda, seriously. We just go and get a mortgage. We don't, some of us don't even realize that if you get to a certain percentage, you can take out that escrow. You don't have because all they're doing is they're paying, your taxes and all that stuff for you. Why can't you do it for yourself?
Because I don't know how to manage money.
Oh, wait,
Because I need somebody to take it out for me.
But that's why
Because
you need
I have
to get,
emergencies every first of the year, and it's hard for me to come up with that lump sum.
No, but Linda, that's why we have that's why the Henderson Financial Group says, I'll show you how you can do this. But
Okay.
it starts with, hey, as Robert said, this is the year of choice. You
Okay.
must choose to change. If you choose to keep doing what you've been doing, then you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting. I don't want to get what I got in 23. As a matter of fact, if I do that, I might as well go to sleep. You know?
You did pretty good in 23 now.
Stop, Linda, stop.
Oh, Nail Spa said exactly to the interest. Thank you for clearing that up. So you're saying what Robert is saying is spot on. Thank you for that, Nail Spa. Go ahead, James. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but here's what happens, what Robert is trying to say, because everybody now is talking about the interest rate. And Rob, we've said this on the program. I remember when I bought my first home, I think it was, the interest rate was 10%. But yeah, so people are crying about now paying 7%, but it's how you pay it. That's what Robert is saying.
Okay.
That's right.
How you go about paying it. And that HELOC, oh man, it's just excellent. Hey, trust me,
How
particularly
they
if
applying the interest.
right. And particularly if I can get money out of property that I own, that I can invest in property that I own that will bring me income. Because one of the goals that I think our people should always look at is not how much, how many. How many pieces do you get cash flow from? I want multiple products of cash flow. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And go ahead, Rob. But that HELOC,
So,
now how do you go to that next level from the HELOC?
okay, so
that was good, better.
Yeah, that was good. Well, let me finish this first. I'm
Okay.
gonna get there. We got time. We're only 30 minutes in.
Okay.
Okay, so to let people in the audience do your own test.
Okay.
So let's just say your principal and interest payment, because forget about tax insurance, because you can't control that. That's State Farm or whoever, that's the county or whatever. Okay, but think about the P&I. Everybody should know how much P&I they're paying, the principal and interest of their payments, of their monthly payment, their loan amount. So let's just say, for example, your principal and interest total is $2,000. So you find out, okay, well, $2,000. How much is principal? When I'm making my payment, let's say $2,000. How much is going toward my payments going toward the principal, and how much is going toward the interest? That's what you want to know. If they tell you got to pay $2,000, you want to say, well, how's this? Okay, I know.
How's it divvied up?
How's it divvied up?
Right.
Am I paying more interest? Because interest is just wasteful money. Y'all just
cost of money. Stop.
Okay, it's the cost of money. That's what y'all getting me. That's what y'all charging me. Y'all ain't charging me no 3%, no 2%. If I'm paying $2,000 out the door, part of it is principal, part of it is interest. How much is the principal payment that I'm paying? If they tell you paying $500 of that, $200 going toward the principal,
right,
and $1,500 of that $2,000 going toward the interest, you already know that's more than 3%. Hell, that's 75%. Just do the math.
Yeah, that's why you sign when you buy something, a document called that truth in lending document, where they got to really tell you the truth of you borrowing money, the real cost of it. And a lot of us just sign because we want the house. We don't really
Nobody looking at that.
Nobody looking at that.
No, they're trying to hear all them paper. They want
all them paper. Yeah. They want to go ahead the house
with the keys.
Party. Yeah,
right.
With the keys.
And like I say, most people who not that savvy, they just want to know how much the monthly payment gonna be. Can you make the monthly payment long?
Well, no, that's what the people, I hear them saying that's a lot of times they're buying cars that way. What's the monthly payment? They're buying houses that way.
I just read an article. The guy said the guy said how you can tell how a car salesperson can tell when a customer come in who rich and who's poor. The sign, how the car salesman can tell the customer who come in who got money, who don't. Because the rich person come in and say, how much does this car cost?
Okay.
The poor people come in and say, how much is my monthly payment gonna be? Because rich man want to know if it's gonna cost $30,000 or $50,000 or $70,000 for this car. That's what you want to know. How much this vehicle gonna cost?
Okay.
The poor person look at that vehicle saying, how much I get this one right here, how much my monthly payment gonna be?
I can handle that.
So see, the system knows that. I mean, most people that are listening and watching us right now, if you told somebody that you could borrow $1 billion today, and the monthly payment gonna be $200, everybody signing up. right?
Absolutely.
And if you tell me interest gonna be 50%, people still sign
They
up
still gonna
because that
sign
monthly
up.
payment is all people think about.
Yeah.
Even though you wind up paying more,
Yeah.
you're gonna wind up paying $10 billion to borrow that $1 billion. So that's how they get poor people. And they say, listen, this is what the money. That's how the credit
And
card.
then they'll
industry-
ask you where you need it to be. What do you need the monthly payment to be? Then they'll stretch it out for
That's
7
that's
years.
right. So you pay more.
Oh Lord, yeah,
Okay.
they got tricks.
Let
Okay,
me get back. Let me
Okay,
get back
okay,
to the
okay,
story.
okay.
Okay. So we started the story off to people who just coming in about my client who's 70 years old. His house valued at $1 million. He has a vacant land in Florida,
Mhm.
and it's an acre. And he wants to put rental property, a duplex, a triplex, or something on it, so he can get some income producing property.
Okay.
So he's talking to the traditional mortgage broker who's trying to tell him to go ahead with traditional mortgage. Traditional mortgage, I don't really like them. If you got at least 700 scores, there's better options. So I said, okay, that's better. You can go get a HELOC
Mhm.
and you can do the same thing and you can pull the equity out. Now, what thing I like about a HELOC, let's say if he get a HELOC instead of traditional mortgage, it's like having an American Express card, you know? Or it's like having a credit card. Platinum. So you can get
Okay.
into the lounges
Okay.
and eat.
That's
Okay.
important.
That's,
Okay.
that's important. I was just in the
Oh,
lounge. It was
Just
pretty
in the
good.
lounge.
Yeah.
Okay. all right.
Okay. But anyway, so a HELOC says, so he goes and he says he want to pull out $500,000.
Okay.
So when he pulls out the $500,000, first they give him a line of credit.
Mm-hmm.
They give him a checkbook and they give him a debit card. He don't,
Oh, so he don't get a lump sum.
right.
So he not paying on something until he needs it.
Exactly. That's a
Okay,
HELOC.
I like that.
So
Okay.
a traditional mortgage, he got to just take the money
Yeah.
and put it somewhere and then build the duplex. They're going to be charging him interest monthly on that because he took the $500,000 in a traditional mortgage. Okay. And it's going to take him more than a month to build a duplex. It may take him, 5 to 6 months.
Okay. Okay.
So so since he taking that, if he did the traditional mortgage, he
Mhm.
paying interest right off the gate, even though the duplex is not built yet.
Okay.
If you take a HELOC, they give him the $500,000 set aside, but unless he don't, there's no interest charge unless he start taking the money and using it.
Okay.
So let's say he wants to start building the foundation of the HELOC of the property.
Mhm.
He needs, $50,000.
Mhm.
He'll only pay interest on the
I
$50,000,
like it.
but he can pay whatever payment. He can start paying more of the principal than interest. You understand?
Absolutely.
And he never really has to. That HELOC gonna last him for the next 20 years, like a line of credit.
What you talking about?
Yeah, so he can actually not only because he got 500,000, he can actually buy it, pay it down, and use 500,000, pay it down, and he still can go back with another 500.
So
It can
that-
reload itself
I got
without
you.
having to go back
I
to the
got
banker.
you.
It'll reload
And
itself.
qualify again.
He don't have
and
to
all that
qualify. He
stuff.
don't have to do any of that. It's like let's say you had a $10,000 credit card and
Mhm.
you put $10,000 on it. Okay, you don't have no more credit, right? But
Mhm.
now you pay 5,000 off. Now you got another 5,000 credit because you reloaded because you paid.
Absolutely.
With the HELOC, that's what you do. Traditional, you can't do that. You got to go back and
No.
get another loan and that kind of stuff. So that's why I like the HELOC
Okay.
much better than the traditional.
Gotcha.
Plus, he'll pay off that mortgage with the HELOC
Mm-hmm.
way faster than the traditional.
Like it.
So that's the traditional is what everybody knows is good. Better is the HELOC.
Gotcha.
But I had one more for him, James.
Ooh, I know what
Does
I've
it
been
get
waiting.
any better?
I've been waiting for it, Rob.
I'm waiting too. The
No,
people
no.
want to
Linda-
know.
Linda, I thought he was just gonna bring them together. He said, "But hold up, don't take that yet." Go ahead, Rob.
Okay. How about
Uh-huh.
how about a plan that I told him since he's 70 years old?
Mm-hmm.
He can get $500,000 and have no monthly payments until he die.
Woo, come on, Rob. That
So now he got
Oh.
the $500,000
Mm-hmm.
it's a government loan. It's called the new reverse mortgage, not the old one, the new one.
Okay.
So the new one says he don't have to have 800 scores. They don't care about your credit score. He ain't got to have a job.
That's check. That's
He ain't got to
okay.
have no paperwork.
Check. Okay.
I mean, the only paperwork he can do is just swearing that he owned the property.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, so he's 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So now we do the new reverse mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Takes about 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
We pull out $500,000 of his $1 million home.
Mm-hmm.
Now he doesn't have to have no monthly payment at all on that 500,000. The deal is
Mhm.
when you pull money from the new reverse mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to pay any monthly payments until you are dead. That's a good deal. Try to get it from me when I'm dead. That's okay. So first of all, let's look at this. So now he pulls the $500,000 out. There's no monthly payment.
Mm-hmm.
He takes that money and he builds the duplex or the triplex,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
Free and clear. So now he's getting $5,000 a month from the new rental property, right? And he owned a new rental property free and clear. That's going to appreciate in value over time. Brand new. He's getting $5,000, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He don't have to pay no mortgage payment, and that's cash flow. He can go take more trips. Now,
Amazing.
Is
I'm
that good?
speechless. Now, but I do hear the people saying, especially if he has children and grandchildren.
No. His fiance was saying, I don't know about
even
this.
the fiance,
I'm
exactly.
gonna marry this dude.
Because I was waiting on the house. I mean, this is my house too. And now you've just put a debt on it that's gonna pass to me because they can't get it from you when you dead.
But you got another property lender, and you
but-
got income,
And you got equity in that property
and
too.
you don't have no mortgage payment.
and you got no mortgage payment. So
And he got two assets.
But when he dies, she got to either buy the house or do something.
Not with the new
No,
reverse mortgage.
What?
The new reverse mortgage says if your spouse, if you die, your spouse has to die too in order for payments to be due.
Even though the spouse under 70, if he got a little young chick, Juicy Lucy, still don't have to pay.
Well, that's
The
it.
Juicy Lucy got to be of a certain age.
Well, I told him before he married, get the reverse mortgage and check, get it, and then he can go put it on, and then he can. It's for spouse also. That new one says for spouse also.
Does the spouse have to
she
be
don't-
of a
no.
certain age?
No. Well, she can't be 12. I mean, if she's that young, they think something wrong with him anyway, and they know she gonna get the house. They know she don't really want him.
I'm not talking about.
So they may not disapprove him just because he's too young and he's 70. So they may say, no, you don't qualify because you're a fool. Because that girl trying to get this house.
That is
That may be a prerequisite. But anyway, so the strategy is,
that is amazing. That's some really, really good stuff.
and then the fiance says, well,
What she said?
well, when he died,
Mhm.
then I gotta pay. I said, listen, when he dies, or when you die, your grandkids or your beneficiaries, they have 12 months to either pay back the reverse mortgage people, the government,
Mhm.
or sell the property. Hopefully, if he died in 20 years or 30 years, the value will go on up.
Absolutely.
Plus, remember, he built that duplex, that triplex
Absolutely.
that has no mortgage on it.
Absolutely.
So that's his cash flow. Matter of fact, we could take when he built that new property,
Mhm.
has his cash flow,
Mhm.
it's free and clear. We could pull equity out of that and go buy another one.
Mhm.
See,
That
Rob,
is that's
what
financial
you're gonna
planning.
That's
Wow.
planning. Right?
That's what we do.
right. Of course, and that's also creating legacy wealth.
What?
Mhm. So how old do you have to be to get the new reverse mortgage
62 years old.
and some equity?
But
and
I'm not done yet.
Wait.
Let's just say,
well, wait, there's more.
see, a lot of people, James, a lot of people don't understand the new reverse mortgage. See,
No.
let's say this guy said, let's say the same scenario.
Okay.
Or anybody out there, let's say they have a home that's free and clear.
Okay.
Let's say the home worth 200, 300, 400, whatever is praised at,
Okay.
and you have no mortgage. The new reverse mortgage says you can put a reverse mortgage line of credit on that property and don't take no withdrawals.
Wait, Rob, hold up. Now, must that be your primary residence?
Yes.
Thank you.
So your primary residence paid off.
Okay.
You're over 62 years old.
Okay.
They gotta qualify for that.
Okay.
And let's just say your house worth $500,000. I'm just using it, 600,000, whatever, right?
Gotcha.
You could do a reverse mortgage line of credit and not pull any money. Don't touch the people money. Just say, listen, my house is worth 600,000.
Mm-hmm.
I want a $300,000 reverse mortgage line of credit. They say, okay, you got it.
And they give you the checkbook, and you can use it as needed.
You got a checkbook, and you can use it as
What?
needed. But if you don't use it,
Okay.
the interest that they're paying you on that line of credit
Mhm.
is 7%
They paying you.
right now. So the money that's in your walls
Mhm.
is getting 7%.
But you
I just, me and Tavares just checked it. I said, let me tell you something. People that don't look like me and you, they're killing it. They're killing it. They're killing it. They're killing it.
so
And they're being like this.
let me
Killing it.
let me just ask some questions, because the devil is in the details, and I represent, as you know,
The
the
people.
people.
Hopefully, represent the details. Don't represent the devil.
Okay. Okay.
She's representing the scared people.
You just
she represents people that just want good. They don't want better. They don't want no best. Okay, so since you represent the people that just want good, they don't want better. They don't want best because it's just too complicated.
She gonna help
So-
the people get details. That's all she
Yeah,
gonna do.
okay,
She
so
gonna help-
right. You
Right.
see, you ridicule us, which
No,
is
no.
why the people
No.
don't come to you to ask, because you're gonna
People come to me. They want better than good. They want better and they want better.
But I know there's people out there that
Well, I
wants
can't-
to.
listen.
But anyway, let me ask my question.
If
'cause see,
you don't want to believe, I can't make you believe. Go ahead.
you mentioned that the new reverse mortgage will give you a line of credit. I have a property worth $400,000,
Mm-hmm,
no mortgage.
mm-hmm.
I get the new reverse mortgage, and I don't get a lump sum, correct? I want a line of credit where I can use it as needed. I can write a check from that line
That's right.
and use it as needed.
And so if you don't get a lump sum, it's like you have no reverse mortgage. In other words, you don't have nothing. You don't have no debt. In other words, because you ain't take no money.
Right. But it's there for me to access.
That's right. That's right. Access.
So when I don't access it, why are they paying me 7%?
Why? Because first of all, the government, they're doing a derivative, and they're paying. It's like you put money. Like right now, you put money in high yield yield money market, you get 5%.
5%. Yeah.
So same thing. Why are they paying you 5%? Because they're still using your money.
That's the part that was missing. So I know the CDs and all that's
They're
paying
making more
5%.
money.
They're paying you 5%, but they're loaning it out at a higher
Think
rate.
about this.
But reverse mortgage people are not in the line in the banking business.
No, the government makes money too. The government makes
Okay.
money. The government makes money. What are you saying? I mean, and think
I'm
about
speaking for the people now. I please understand.
First of all,
I know this stuff, but
but-
I'm trying to
but
make
fir-
Robert break it down for the people. Okay.
See, the people always worrying about what the man. James. James, I something that stuck in my head. I'm 65 years old. This stuck in my head now. 17. No, 16.
What?
I had a buddy of mine. We was working at Burger King, flipping Whoppers. He was cashier. He hated his job.
Mhm.
And I said, why you hate your job? You got a job at Burger King cashiering. He said, because, man, so many people have come into Burger King today, Friday night after the football game. And I done worked and rung up a lot of money for Burger King. And they only paying me $2 an hour. He was worried. He hated his job. He was worried about Burger King selling all them Whoppers, and he ringing them up, and he ain't getting none of the money. He was worried about the wrong
Oh, my
thing.
goodness.
See, too many people want to know what you get. What you get. Well, see, if you got a house, I'm telling you, you can get a line of credit, make 7%. You want to know what they get. Okay, don't do it. You ain't getting nothing now. You just got a house with no getting nothing. You just got a paid off house, and you ain't getting nothing. Okay, don't do it.
But the reason why people are like that, Robert, and I know, it's because we've been duped so much. And I'm, again, speaking for the people that we have programmed to think there's got to be a catch. There's got to be a catch. And we just want to
But
understand.
they don't do it right. They don't ask the right questions. The people.
No, Rob. They don't ask the right people.
They
don't.
But think
You
about this.
They don't ask the right
How many-
people, Rob.
Every time I walk into a 7-Eleven or something, and I see somebody there with all them scratch off, they not asking how much the lottery. When they say the lottery is 100 million people, they ain't going, how much lottery people making? If they're gonna pay $100 million, nobody's saying, well, I ain't playing this because they making more money. If they're gonna pay out $100 million, that mean they done got $500 million They took in 500 million to pay out 100
The
million.
people just want to understand the process. And because a lot of people aren't financially sophisticated, we tend to ask the questions that because we there's a stigma attached to them. The man taking my house and out of so
Nobody
they
wants your
just
house.
ask.
But
Nobody don't want.
the bank don't
Nobody
even
don't
want
want
your
your
house.
house.
The
House
bank,
is
the bank
house
don't
is
even
hard
want
to
your
get.
house, Linda.
Nobody want that house. People want the interest. They want to know what they can do
Yeah.
off
That's what
that.
they
They don't
want.
want no house. They want how much money they can make off the house. Okay, so
That is amazing. That new reverse mortgage.
oh my God,
that is
well, you have people that look like
Wow.
me and you. Somebody gonna take my house. Nobody don't want your house. And then plus, when you do the new reverse mortgage,
Mhm.
you sign up. They got the line of credit on there. You got a checkbook. You got
Mhm.
a debit card.
Mhm.
You don't never have to use it, and you can look every month and see how much your money is growing, and you have
Mm.
access to it. And there's people, like I said, they don't look like me and you and
Mhm.
James. They're killing it, and they
But
being
Rob-
quiet and they ain't saying nothing. Because most people, their children that look like me and you and James, their children say don't do it because the
Mhm.
children so selfish. They
Mhm.
worrying about what they're gonna get left.
Now, can you replace a traditional reverse mortgage with the new one if you
Yes.
got the
If you
proper
got the
equity?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
I like it because what we're talking about is chess and not checkers.
Absolutely.
And the common man plays
Absolutely.
checkers
Okay.
because it's easy.
Mhm.
You ain't got to think. You just jump over and jump over.
Mhm.
Chess requires you to think and concentrate. And most people don't want to think. You know, they said that the hardest thing for mankind to do is think.
Mhm.
Most people just follow. They just regurgitate. They
Mhm.
just, parroting. Somebody said this, and so that's what it means. No, you got to think about it.
I
What do
agree.
you say, James?
I think one thing that might help the people that Linda's referring to that want something in details is what most people don't realize when you put money, for instance, in a bank, the bank just don't get a chance to use the money you put in the bank.
Mhm.
You multiply that by 10, and the government will allow them to get to loan more money, quote unquote, that to other people, and they're making money off of your money. So
Mhm.
so you're loaning money to the bank actually, rather than saving money, because the bank is using your money plus 10. Am I correct with that, Rob?
Yes.
And
Yes.
see, when people realize that other people take your money, and
Mhm.
they don't take your money and say, "Look what I got from James, Robert, and Linda." They say,
Mhm.
"Okay, what can I do with the multiples
With
of
this
this
money.
money that I'm getting from James, Robert, and Linda that I can get more people and give them credit cards where they pay 24% interest,
Mhm.
30% interest, whatever it is, and they just make it money just coming because y'all want to wear them nice clothes like you're wearing there and them shoes and the hair
Mhm.
and the
Mhm.
rings.
Mhm.
Hey, and y'all use them credit cards to get it.
Yeah.
And going back to what Robert said, all you want to know is how much do I have to pay per month? And you realize on some of them credit cards, $1 is going to principal, and the rest
Woo!
is going to interest.
That is some amazing stuff, Robert.
That's some good stuff.
That's
Ain't
some really, really good. So you gotta tell us, what did the 70-year-old decide to do? How does the story end?
Well, he says he wants to think about it. To me, nothing to think about, because the only reason why he want to think about it is because his fiance is in his ear, and she's like, she's wearing.
She part of the people. She
Yeah,
don't
right.
understand.
Well, see, the word when you hear reverse mortgage, it
Mhm.
feels, most people, especially people of color, feel like somebody want to take you home.
Exactly.
But the thing about it is, like, my mom had a reverse mortgage,
My mom.
right,
Mhm.
right. My mother-in-law, I
Mhm.
helped her to get one,
Absolutely.
and it helped them cash flow wise.
Big
So
time.
big time. And what happens is when like my mom just passed in August, the reverse mortgage people say, well, you got a 1 year to tell me if you want to you want to pay us off,
Mhm.
or sell the property,
Mhm.
or what do you want to do, Henderson?
Mhm.
And so you got 12 months, and she just died in August. Now I'm renting the property out. I just found out that if I keep the property in the family,
Mhm.
I just found this out like a week ago.
Mhm.
They can give you a discount. So let's say that my mom owed $200,000 on the property that's worth now $500,000.
Okay.
If I keep the property in the family, they say they'll give me a 60% discount of that $200,000.
Ooh.
No, no.
I just found
no,
that out.
No,
just found that out.
no.
said-
Nobody giving away money, Robert.
They said if you're going to keep the property in the family, we have a program for family members. You can get a discount. It's like up to 60%.
So
So
you only have to
60%.
pay back 40,000 of the 200. Is that what you're telling me?
Up to 60%. Yeah, that's what it'll be.
So to keep any discount is unbelievable to me.
Yes.
Much
yes.
less up to 60%.
And
that, do you have to be a certain age, that family member, or just
No,
keep it in the family?
just keep it in the family.
What?
See, this is the kind of stuff that,
Man,
as you call the people, don't know. Because
they
people,
don't.
No, because they lean on their own understanding. That's why it's good. James, tell them, in all of the ancient writings, they always say, get good
understanding.
counsel.
Yeah, and
Get
your counsel.
understanding.
No, Rob. They didn't even say multiple counsel.
Multiple counsel. You gotta get advice, man.
We got to get my mama out of that traditional reverse mortgage because her equity has tripled.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes. But she's still alive. I mean, you want
No,
Be careful what you ask for there, Linda.
I just said take the
get out.
traditional reverse. I remember I asked you, can you replace a traditional reverse mortgage
Right.
with the new one?
Right. Yeah, you can.
That's what I was asking.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say get a discount.
No,
'Cause you were so blown away by
I was blown away by that. Okay, I didn't
Okay.
clarify.
Okay.
No, she's still alive,
Yeah.
and we want her to be alive as
Yeah.
long as possible.
Yeah.
But it'll help her to get the new reverse mortgage because she has a traditional one.
Because she wants more money. I was only to help her. She want more money.
Because they're charging her 7% interest as opposed to paying her 7%. There's no reverse mortgage. They gave her a lump sum.
Right.
And so as we look at the statement every month,
Right.
there's the
Right.
amount they paid her.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. We have to look at the equity.
Okay.
And see how much equity in there for a line of credit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway.
Not that she's going to use it.
Okay, I got you.
See, that's how rumors start. And at the dinner table, it's
Stop.
going to be Linda wanted, you know.
I didn't say that. And I don't spread rumors and gossip like that. Okay. But
Okay.
anyway, so the whole case study, what I wanted to share with you all is basically to let you know you have options. And you got to call the Henderson Financial Group. This is what we do. Stop trying, whether you want to buy a car, how you
Mhm.
should buy it,
Mhm.
or, you have to ask, whatever situation you coming up with financially, you call the office at 305-825-1444 and say, is there a better way to do this? I want to
know.
get some
Yeah.
counseling. Is there a better way? There's nothing wrong with saying,
Nothing
is
wrong
there a
with
better
that.
way?
Mhm.
Now, Robert Henderson, I asked that a lot. That's my that's my nickname. Is there a better way?
Mhm.
Is there a better way, Robert? You know what I mean? And I ain't bashful with that at all. I
You
don't-
do ask a lot of questions ad nausea. You just like Robert, but that's a good thing.
I ask a lot of questions
You
because I
really
need,
do.
I
You
need to know. I
ask
need
a
to
lot.
dissect this thing. I need to know exactly if
So
this.
what's wrong with the people asking? They want it's
See,
this
look,
is intimidating to a lot of the people, and they want to drill down.
well, and you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Fear is a crippling emotion.
Yes, it is.
Fear fear keeps us from doing the things that we should do, and stop us from doing the things and it makes us do things that we shouldn't do.
Absolutely. Now that's some true stuff there.
Fear keeps us from doing the things that we should do and makes us do things that we should not
That
do.
we should not do.
Because it
I
all
was
comes back. I
scared.
was afraid.
I
I
was
was afraid.
scared.
I was afraid. That's why I did that, because
Right.
I was
No, Rob.
afraid.
It comes out. I thought this was the thing to do. I thought somebody told
I
me.
thought he was making a move. I thought they were coming after me. I was scared.
My
Yeah.
my cousin told me that this is what happened to
Yeah.
somebody he knew or she knew or whatever. Come on. That's what
Most people get their information from their cousins and their friends.
yeah, okay. Well,
Way
you're my
more than financial
Rob.
advisors.
You're my friend, and I call all the time. If I don't call, I text Linda. I said, "Hey, here's what I'm about to do. What should I do?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Bruce just called me the other day. He was
Yeah.
sitting with his 91-year-old aunt,
Mhm.
Hey,
and they were in
come
New
on.
Jersey, and he called and had me on speakerphone talking to her
Mhm.
about estate planning, wills and trusts and ladybird deals, and she's 90 years old, 91.
Wow.
We need to know. And believe me, if we don't get these viruses, we're gonna live longer. That's why
Absolutely.
protect
We really are.
protect yourself. We're good. If we don't get these viruses, we're gonna live a lot longer than we think, Rob. And if we don't
I,
prepare for it, we're not going to have the kind of life we could have. That's what
I think a fearless man is attractive, but not a reckless man. There's a fine line. You could jump out there and go for every Amway, Schmamway, Melaleuca, Lakaluka, and because I'm not scared. I'm an entrepreneur, but there's a difference between being fearless and reckless.
Yes, it
You know
is.
what I mean?
Yeah, and being a calculated risk taker.
Yeah,
That's
the key.
Yeah, you have to be calculating in your steps, in your moves. You
Yeah.
have to calculate it, and you have to account for it, and you have to work it out and analyze it.
Yep.
Diagnose it.
Yep.
And then
Don't just say that's just me. I'm fearless. Hold on.
So
Okay.
you gotta look at the pros and cons. So that's what we do. So if you want us to talk to you all, or your uncle, or your cousin, or
Good
your mom,
stuff.
or
I
whatever,
cannot wait to see what him and his fiance decide to do.
well,
you see what she
fiance,
just said, Rob. Wait. You see what she just said? She said,
What?
I can't wait to see what he and his fiance decide to do. Not what decision he's gonna make regarding that.
Fraudulent slip. I'm sorry.
But she's 100% right, because she knows that the female can talk him out and turn his head and make him do this or don't do it. I wouldn't say that's not all men. That's not all men, but there's a good
Most
portion.
of you guys.
Most
The female can kind of be
persuade.
very persuasive. Very.
It only works for me in certain departments.
Okay.
When I'm in my element, nah, I don't.
Not
you
gonna work.
can't tell me nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Like me and your sister, she don't come in my department.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows that I have
Okay.
proven my track record
Mhm.
to be spot on.
Okay.
So she respects that. And she go, okay, Rob, you shoot the basket.
Okay. All
Now,
right.
so if you're proven, then you get more, you get more an agreement.
Yeah, we got to respect that.
Yeah,
You've demonstrated it.
Right.
Nothing like it. So
yeah. It's called the law
you're
of
the man,
demonstration.
right?
When you made the shot, then you say, hey, I want you to take that shot. But if you keep missing, you say, now the woman said, let me take the shot. Damn, I know you're gonna miss. So you kind of know how your woman view you.
Right.
If she says you take the shot, or if she said, no, I think I better take the shot, then she thinks that she can shoot better than you.
Yeah, and most of the time that's the case, and we are tired of taking the shot.
Oh,
We
Linda.
are tired of taking the shot.
Linda.
We want y'all to make the basket, but you just keep missing. Just saying. All right, I'm sorry. I digress. No, this show's about
man.
real, recent, relevant, and right now, and that's what's happening right now.
Man.
So
Pick me up, Linda. Pick the brother. Can you pick the brothers up? My goodness, man.
doing my best.
Can you pick the brothers
Doing
up,
my
man?
best,
And
Robert.
say how wonderful the brothers are.
I want you to be wonderful, please, Mr. Wonderful.
There's a lot of good brothers out here, man. That's
All
doing
right.
it. Y'all women just doing double time. Y'all just y'all going so fast. Brother like to analyze and think and then make a decision. Yeah.
Miss
Anyway.
Vickers, you feel me? Lily Mae Rowe Vickers.
Hey,
All
Miss
right.
Vickers, I got in her case. I talked to her yesterday. She gonna tell me when I met Miss Vickers, when I talked to Linda talked to you last night, and I told you I was going to see Linda. I saw her, and then she tried to tell me. I said, I already talked to Miss Vickers.
I know you shut me down. She shut me down.
All right.
All
So
right.
now, if you want questions about the traditional, or even you doing that HELOC, that
Mhm.
one position HELOC,
That's amazing.
call 305-825-1444. Call our office, because we do this stuff every day. We help you with the HELOC. We also do and help you and do all the paperwork with you for the new reverse mortgage also.
Amazing.
So tell your friend, tell your neighbors, this is an idea. And if you don't know if it's really right for you or fit for you,
Mhm.
then we'll do the analysis and see, is it because should you just settle for good, or could you get better, or should you go for the best? And that's what we do. And we love doing it. I just want you guys to know that there's whatever challenge that you're going through, there's always a solution. and it's always which I say trade-offs.
Mm-hmm.
And never go for the smoke screen. It may look like this, but it's really that. It's always two things going on. You got to be able to look at both sides of it, not just look at one side of it.
Okay.
That chocolate ice cream may be good, but you got diabetes.
Right. Right.
So you got to look at both sides of it. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? All right. None of you got the last party
No,
words?
great show. As usual, you always go away. You just came back from somewhere and you do your recognizance and you come back and you share it with everybody and the people love it and we love it. And I will continue to speak for the people and you will. And this is a good exchange for us because every time we do this, we learn something.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So this is good stuff. So great show, great information today.
Thank you so much, Miss Harris. Okay. Mr. James T, can you take us out with prayer? Because after that, we need prayer.
No, she was sincere, Rob.
I know that.
100%.
I know. I just said we need prayer.
Okay, well, we can always use that. So I'm going to take. We have a family chat among my siblings, and my brother John sent us this today. He said, "Join me in praising God for showering us with kindness, wisdom, and understanding through Christ." And the quote came from Ephesians 1:8, where it says, "He has showered his kindness on us, along with all wisdom and understanding." So as Rob talked earlier, Father God, we ask that you would give us knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, that we may use the things that we share with one another that deals in your truth, that will help us to live better lives so that we can be a blessing to others. So bless us, we pray, for those who will listen to us or see us later. May they take the information that has been given and find a place in their life or in their community to be able to share so that others may grow. For truly, we want to grow and be better and build our community so that we can glorify you. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Enjoy this beautiful South Florida weather. The rest of the world is freezing. Another day in paradise here.
Yes.
Have a good day.
Peace.